Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good evening and welcome to another Smart Assets. I'm here with Evan, and we're in for a good show. We're in for a good show tonight. Ev, how are you?
So I'm good. How are you doing, mister?
I'm all right. We're going to duo this one tonight. We are missing Mr. CMO Ivan.
We're missing him dearly, but you know, the show must go on. The show must go on, and he will be back next week with us. We got a great show lined up for you guys. We're going to go over some market highlights from Kenton. We're also going to dive into the new blockchain craze that everybody's talking about, SEI. It's pronounced SEI. It's SEI. I'm sure you've been seeing it all over socials. A lot of people have been talking about it. We're going to dive into it. I've spent the last 2 days kind of dipping my toes in, researching and playing around with it in my free time and seeing what NFT craziness I could get myself into. So I did that so we can explain a little bit about what's going on over there, as well as give you guys a tutorial and a little bit of information on how to get started yourself if you're interested in some of the tools you're going to need. So without further ado, Kenton, you want to hop us into some market highlights, man?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to hear about the SEI blockchain, to be honest. I'm very eager for that part. I'll have many questions, I'm sure. Or maybe it'll make sense. I don't know. We'll see. But I saw so many people talking about that today, dude. It's like so many posts on the timeline. And not just about the blockchain, but about NFTs on it and everything. I saw some interesting NFTs, pixel art on the SEI chain.
Lots and lots of pixel art.
Yeah, I noticed that. We'll get into it, though. Yeah, let's start with some market highlights. It's been a good day in the market for the most part. Everybody is still just anticipating this Bitcoin ETF. That is one of the biggest things to talk about. But let's get into it. Let's get into some of what is happening. Let's start with this piece of news right here. Bitcoin today plunges 7% to 42,000 in a flash crash. Yeah, it was pretty wild. This morning, I think that the best account of it was just this morning, Ev, when we were on our morning announcement show talking to Learn Crypto Radio. We were all talking about the markets, and I was looking through the rundown, and I saw the red. I saw the sea of red. I saw it, but yeah, it was an ugly day for Bitcoin. But this was expected. Market really, really rallied. I guess we're not too surprised, are we?
No, not really, especially with the understanding of what happened. There being an error in an article put out that was saying that the Bitcoin ETF was highly unlikely, which was really strange that it curbed the market so much and then also resulted in us kind of staying down here all day today. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the early parts of the year, at least for the last few years, have been quite bullish. So I don't think that this sets the tone for the month in any way, but we'll have to wait and see. I think we're waiting for the end of this week and next week as well for the ETF deadline over at Sarson Funds. That's what we're waiting on to kind of see what the rest of the month plays out to look like. But January traditionally has been quite bullish. So, don't let this get you down. There's going to be lots of bumps in the road on the way to all-time highs and further within this bull. So just be very careful and always, hold on to your bags, hodl, as they say. So that's my tip.
Your bags. Wait, that other piece of news you mentioned, that there was a fake report or an inaccurate post made about the fact that it was unlikely. Yeah. Wait, talk about that. When did that happen? And who made that statement?
Let me find out exactly what happened.
I saw that today too, and people were saying that it was a big deal. I saw someone even made a comment and say, "Hey, this should be market manipulation in a way."
Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite of what happened last time at Cointelegraph. I know Cointelegraph, they produced a false announcement that the ETF had been approved back in October, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And that was a big bullish signal. So lots of people flooded into the market. The buying pressure was insane. And it turned out that that was not true. This is pretty much the opposite sort of scenario. So Matrixport, that was the company that had put out this statement. And it was a single analyst that put out this statement within an article. And it also stated within that same article that the ETF approval was still inevitable, just not likely for January 10th, the deadline that everybody's kind of been looming over. So,
Oh yeah.
so even the article itself, taken at face value, it sounds really negative, but if you read read the whole article, it's still net bullish. People just like to blame things, to blame people for things like this. Honestly, I feel like the whole market was a little over leveraged long. So I think that it's good that these were liquidated. I saw a lot of people on the timeline losing money, but that's why you have to be very careful with leverage. There's a reason why it's banned in a lot of countries, to the extent that it's allowed in other countries. It is gambling, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, be careful out there if anybody's playing in this market right now. I don't think too many people were necessarily expecting that big drawback. But yeah, just because of that news, what you said by Matrixport, that's wild that happened. It is. It's like the opposite of the Coin Telegraph mistake that they made. Yeah, it's really the opposite of that. Another piece of news here. Moving on. Oh, where is it? There we go. Midjourney leaps into AI video creation. Something we talk about on here sometimes, Evan, is AI. And I wanted to branch into that during this segment as well. Midjourney, of course, is one of the major AI players in the space. They have tons of users, and everybody knows them as one of the most popular AI picture developers. But they are now getting into video creation, which I think is extremely interesting and very innovative. Evan, what do you think of this? Midjourney getting into video creation, AI videos. They're here.
I mean, AI videos really gets me excited to an extent, and it also scares me to an extent. I mean, being able to generate video that could, help pass a message along, or help, content creators create, new unique things, I think would be awesome. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of people that have, kind of leveraged their success elsewhere to start creating video. So it's going to be a big part of X as well. So this is good and bad. I think it was inevitable, obviously. Midjourney has made, leaps and bounds of progress on their AI generated photos in the last couple of years. I mean, if you look back in like 2021, 2022, what AI could do compared to what it can do now, it's pretty insane. So it makes sense. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'm down to mess around with it. I love Midjourney. It's something I use almost on a daily basis just to generate things for articles and things like that for my job. So it's a good tool, and I think that this is a good step forward. We'll have to see what the quality is initially, and I'm sure it'll just continue to get better as things like the Render Network, little shameless plug. I love the Render Network.
Nice.
As that gets online and rendering and computing power gets a lot cheaper for the average person as well as in bulk, I think that this will be a lot more accessible to almost everybody.
Yeah, this is going to be game changer. And there already are AI video creators out there. I think that having Midjourney, one of the leaders in AI development in the space, this is going to signify a major change for a lot of these players. And I think that AI video creation will just become so popular that eventually we'll forget that it was ever, something that wasn't offered. It started with just static photos, and now it's going to get really, really animated. I'm excited, really excited about it. Yeah. One last article as well. Did you have anything you wanted to throw on there at the end, Ev?
No. I think that's it.
Oops, hold on. Wrong tab. Let me switch this up real quick. One last piece here, and then we'll get into some of the topics that Ev Dog has here. Michael Saylor. We can't not talk about Michael Saylor today. Michael Saylor to sell $216 million in MicroStrategy stock options to buy more Bitcoin. I wanted to feature this because, yeah, it's a great plug about Michael Saylor, of course, the hero of Bitcoin. But I think that the real thing is if Michael Saylor is taking the time to sell his stock options just to buy more Bitcoin, maybe right now is a good buying time. I wanted to talk about this, Ev. Is that what you think Michael Saylor is getting at here? Is that this is one of the last good times to buy Bitcoin? Do you think we expect to see it go a lot higher this year?
Okay, first of all, I'm not a financial advisor. Can you do the little rolling thing across the
Oh yeah,
bottom?
of course. Of course, none of this is financial advice. For
Yes.
financial advice, go and seek out a professional financial advisor. If you don't have one, call Sarson Funds.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we're more than happy to help you at Sarson Funds under official privilege, but we are very excited about what's going to be happening in the next few months. The ETF coming is going to provide new buying pressure that has never existed in an asset class such as crypto. So we're very excited to see what's going to happen. Now, does that mean that we are never going to see a price lower than we are right now? Who knows? There's always a black swan event looming on the horizon. There's always something that could possibly happen. So always be very careful and don't over invest yourself. Always be willing to lose what you put into crypto. But I do think that there is a lot of promise, and this might be a good time to buy crypto. You always have to keep in mind, though, that Michael Saylor made a big purchase, near all-time highs of Bitcoin as well. He's always DCAing. He's always adding as time goes on because he doesn't know when the bottom's going to be, as none of us do as well. You always want to be prepared for the worst and the best at the same time. I think that this is an interesting strategy from him, but granted, I think that, if I was him in this scenario, there isn't a much better time, considering we don't know the next black swan and when that may happen and what that might look like. That might be 2 years from now after Bitcoin's rallied and things have changed, or it could happen, this month. Something could happen. So, I'm excited. Saylor's obviously excited. January, February, March, and April are going to be extremely exciting this year. I've said excited about a million times, but it's how
He's
I feel.
excited.
Yeah, the halvening's coming. You can't beat the halvening. It's statistically, how it works. Every 4 years, the halvening kicks off the bull run. So that's where we're at. We're almost to the halvening.
Awesome. Means a bull run's coming, baby. Let's go.
Not 100%, but highly likely, yes. Historically, that's how it's worked.
Interesting signal here that Michael Saylor is selling off his stock options for money to buy more Bitcoin. That's it for the market highlights, Ev. That's it for market highlights.
All right.
Let's move it right along.
All right. Let's hop over to Say. So first of all, let's debunk anyone that's calling it something different. It is Say, SEI, as you've been seeing it on social media. That is the ticker, and it's something that I'm extremely excited about. Now, if you guys are, following along on Twitter, maybe you want to dip your toes in. Maybe you already have kind of dipped your toes in a little bit and weren't happy with how the first pass went. I'm going to give you a little guide on what you need to do to get started. So the first thing I would do here, I'll present and we will get this going. So the first thing I recommend doing is downloading the Compass Wallet extension. Compass Wallet has proven between all of the groups that I'm a part of, as well as all the people that I've interacted with that have had an experience on Say, Compass is inevitably is the best one to get in on. So download the Compass Wallet, and from there you can either buy Say on Coinbase. It's listed on Coinbase. You can buy it on Binance, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, as well as you can use something like SimpleSwap, which is a bucket bridge, allowing you to bridge from places like Solana, Ethereum, honestly, almost anywhere. I'll pull up SimpleSwap to show you guys kind of how that works. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is not an endorsement of this platform. Always be very careful, and I recommend always keeping your tab open. If you close your tab, you can lose your transfer. This has happened before. So all you're doing here is you're using whatever crypto you want to do. If you wanted to transfer some Ethereum into Say, you're going to go Ethereum Say, and it'll tell you how much Say you're going to get. You can hit exchange. Here you're going to copy your address from your Compass wallet, and you're going to post it here, recipient, and you do not need to add a memo, and then you can create an exchange. Once you've hit that step, you will be then taken to the next page where you'll have to be prompted to send zero point 0.1 Ethereum to an address, and from there you send your Ethereum, the exact amount that it asks for, and it will then transfer you, say, into your wallet after about 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes the wait can be a little longer or a little shorter depending on what blockchain you're sending from, whether it's Solana is a little quicker, Ethereum's a little slower, Bitcoin's especially slow with this. So just take your time. And once you have your say in your Compass wallet, you're going to want to start playing around with some things. And there's a few things that I've really started to hone in on the Say network. And the first one of them I'm going to talk a little bit about is the NFTs. The NFT explosion on Say has been pretty big. We saw some extreme growth within the first couple weeks from the colony. This was the initial first NFT drop that happened on Say. That drop was about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, and then recently we've had WeBump. They are a infrastructure builder project that has come onto the scene with a splash, as well as the Saiyans. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, that is the theme pixel art of the Saiyans. So there's some other collections on here, as well as Space ID, SEI domains, which I've grabbed a few of. It's always good to grab a few domains if you can afford it. These typically give out some airdrops. There's a little alpha for you. I got some .SEI domains for the potential of an airdrop in the future. But yeah, this is the main platform where NFTs are sold on Say. It's called Pallet. Yes. So right now, this is where the majority of volume goes. As you can see, we're getting some insane 24-hour volume. We got 400,000 on the Saiyans. We've got 177,000 on the Colony. We've got 132,000 on WeBumps. Those are the three main big collections. As you can see, their floor price has gotten up there pretty high. The Duck Club is another one that I've been looking at, and Sailors as well. There's a lot of potential coming from Say at this moment. I mean, just because I'm a part of these communities, I'm starting to get whitelist opportunities for new upcoming mints and things like that. That's what just happens on these blockchains when they start growing a little bit. They start building off of each other, giving these OG collections whitelist opportunities to kind of grow that community as they go. But it's been a really fun time so far on Say. We can check out some of the artwork. I'll show you kind of some of the socials as well.
Yeah, I want to see this.
So right now, we're having the Battle of the Bald. I was in the Discord for the Saiyans earlier before the show started, and a lot of the users don't like the bald guys. So all the bald guys are living on the floor, while the guys with hair are the ones that are getting the attention. But let me just show you kind of what some of this artwork looks like. Very pixelated, obviously, but kind of given that Super Saiyan vibe from Dragon Ball Z. And as you can see on Palette, you can see the rank of the NFT. That's the rarity ranking. And it's very cheap and quick to transact on Say. Gas costs are about 3 to 10 cents, which is honestly fairly reasonable when you're comparing that to Ethereum or even Arbitrum. Arbitrum seems to be a little bit more than that these days. So it's been kind of nice to have a transaction speed that's very similar to Solana, but also has the security and usability of things like Ethereum. Now, I don't know much about this. I'm not a technical guy by any means, but I am hearing from some of the spaces and communities I'm a part of that there will be MetaMask inclusivity for Say in the next coming weeks. So I think that will onboard a lot more users if all they have to do is add a specific chain to their wallet rather than downloading a new wallet and having to bridge and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm just going through some of these NFTs. You have any questions for me, Kent? And I kind of rambled there for a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay. There's a lot to this. I really think that this is interesting. I've never seen these platforms before. Palette is new to me. I
Yes.
know I like the Saiyan artwork. I think the Saiyan artwork makes sense. Of course, that needed to exist on this blockchain. Now, people are buying these, and then are they collecting them and building community, or is it a lot of flipping right now?
So the last few days, it's been a lot of flipping, but I think we're starting to get to that point where people are starting to kind of accumulate. And the promise is that there's going to be a lot of projects launching down the line as the Say community continues to grow, and a lot of these OG projects are going to be getting whitelist allocations, kind of similar to how we had with like Bored Ape Yacht Club in the early days. They were the community that you got that got all the whitelists for all the good mints. They're thinking that Saiyans in the colony are going to be very similar to that. We're already starting to see that with WeBump as they're the ecosystem builders. I'll show you kind of what that artwork looks like.
Yeah.
But it's not super great. I will admit that the WeBump artwork isn't the best, but it's they're little pixelated sloths with different character traits. But these guys are actually really cool. They've been building on Say since before it was even launched on mainnet. We're building on testnet. They built out all of the NFT infrastructure. So anytime you see an NFT mint that comes on Say in the future, it's all going to be done with Lighthouse is the protocol that they built with WeBump, and they're going to be building a lot more in the future. So I got a few bumps so that I can partake in all of the future drops and everything else that they build. However, they reward holders. I see that being a fruitful hold for the long term. So this is less about hype and a little bit more about building infrastructure. So that's why I have a WeBump, or two WeBumps actually, I should say.
Nice.
So yeah, those are exciting. They're fun. They have a very few listed with having 4,444 items with only 124 listed. They have a pretty diamond-handed community and some opportunity on the horizon, I think. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I'm excited. I think that there's a lot of hype, but I also think that there's a lot of building going on. I was on a space today with some of the main names from the Say ecosystem, and they were talking a lot about how Say needs this core infrastructure, and then we kept hearing builders come up and talk about how they're building core infrastructure, things like dexes that have limit orders built into them, similar to Jupiter, things like protocols where you can do like borrowing and lending with NFTs. There's all kinds of stuff that's coming out that they're already working on that took protocols like Ethereum and Solana a lot longer to build out. People are coming from those other places here with those ideas already in mind and the ability to create them. So we're going to get a hyper build kind of ecosystem where people will be rushing to be the first to build something, which I don't know if it has ever been done before. That's why I'm so excited about Say. But I also want to talk a little bit about Astroport and Coin or Gecko Terminal. So Astroport is their decentralized exchange, their DEX as they call it. So on here, you're able to go into the pools. You're able to view tokens. So I have some of this Sega token. It's a meme coin. I'm not shilling this.
You want to share this, and we'll get it up on the big screen.
Oh, I did. Oh, shoot. Yes, I canceled my share.
You're good. You're good. Here, yeah, we'll bring this up. We'll bring this up here. We're good.
So it's a decentralized exchange. Pretty simple interface here. So you can swap from any tokens that live on Say right here, nice and easily. You can get into the pools and start providing liquidity. There's some decent APR options there if that's your type of thing. Only do that if you understand how impermanent loss works. I'm going to say that again. Only if you understand how impermanent loss works. Pools are a good way to get wrecked. But then you can go in here and see the tokens, the TVL all that fun stuff. But yeah, this is a little bit about what I'm kind of playing around with here on Say. They also have a bridge here which doesn't work with Ethereum, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, this is all just Cosmos stuff. So this is between Cosmos chains. If you have money on a different Cosmos chain, you can bridge here if you want. Then governance, which we don't need to worry about. But yeah, this is Astroport, and then we're going to hop over to Gecko Terminal, and you can sort by different blockchains. Gecko Terminal is a great tool if you're trading shitcoins, as we call them, meme coins. You can go here and you can select the Say network, and you can get in here and you can see very easily. This is probably the best place to scan for tokens if that's something that you're into as well. Just providing resources for anyone that's interested in the different aspects of Say. But yeah, is there any questions, Kenton? Do you have any curiosity?
Yeah, this
about
Gecko Terminal. So this is a DEX for no, it's not. What exactly is this?
It's just like a trading terminal. So, or not a trading terminal, a data analytics terminal. So you can go through and like I can check if I want to look at Arbitrum. I can go here to Arbitrum and I can see top pools. I can go to Solana, same difference. All the different main chains here. I mean, I can scroll for a long time. And there's all these chains that it hosts the blockchain or the tokens of. And Say is just one of the options. And from some of my alpha groups, they've all said that this is the top aggregator for tokens for Say.
For all this data, yeah.
Yep. So.
Oh wow! So it works well for Say, so that's why you're using it in this case. Got it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I mean, I'm more than happy to dive into some of the collections if you'd like me to, but other than
what was that wallet? The Compass wallet. Can we
we
just tag that? What was the handle on that so we could give people?
Yeah, I have it in the script if you want to grab it. It's the actual Twitter. It's their Twitter link too, so you don't even have to click around. But yeah, I mean, all of this stuff is super new, so you want to be very careful doing anything with it. I'm a little more gung-ho willy-nilly because I've been around the block and I trust my instinct a little bit. Maybe that's going to bite me in the butt at some point, but you know, I'm excited to be a guinea pig, and I think that there's a lot of airdrop opportunities. I think there's a lot of free mint opportunities, so I like to get my hands dirty with some of these new chains, especially ones that impress me. You know, Celestia,
yeah, you're really going in with this. It's great.
Yeah, Celestia didn't really impress me. There wasn't a whole lot to do there. You know, Aptos, Sui, there wasn't a whole lot going on. There was a little bit of NFT action, but I think that the excitement and the timing with Say, I think just makes a lot more sense for the bull market and people getting excited about it. I'm seeing a lot of organic growth that I wasn't seeing on Aptos and Sui. So we'll see. You know, I'm willing to lose a little bit of my personal bag to test out new things and possibly get some airdrops and stuff. I think it's, you know, it's fun to explore new opportunities. You know, holding your bags forever is only so fun.
Yeah, this is a brand new blockchain. It's very cool that you could get on board. Well, I shouldn't say it's brand new. The NFT trading concept is brand new. Okay, yeah. But this NFT activity is new, correct?
Yes, this NFT activity is brand new. As of like, you know, a week ago, the NFT space on Say was pretty dead. So it's cool to see it firing up. I wish I would have been earlier. I would have made a lot more money, but you know, I'm excited to just be a part of it.
Hey, I think the fact that you're in it all is a win. I think that a lot of people watching and who also are just not watching still want to get involved with new blockchains and be one of the first. And this is the way to do it. This is the way to be early. It's just exploring and figuring out what's out there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Now, does that wrap up everything we have to say on Say for now? Because that was great. It was a great section.
I think so. I mean, if there's any questions, you guys shoot them in through the comments. We're more than happy to more than happy to see what you guys are talking about, answer any questions.
Mhm.
But if that's all your questions, then yeah, I think that's it.
I think the major thing is just that wallet that we showcased at the beginning, Compass Wallet, guys. It was at Compass_wallet. If you check that out on X, that would be your starting point to getting involved with the Say ecosystem. That's just a very favored wallet. So we would suggest that you check that one out. I know I'm personally going to go and download that just to get involved or to figure out what's happening. Say, huh?
And you can buy it right off Coinbase, so it's super easy.
Yeah. Yeah, easy to get involved with. Just buy the coin, send it there.
All right. I see a question on Twitch. BMITW12. I've stuck to Wax because of the gas fees. I will say has some pretty low gas fees as well. It's, I haven't paid a gas fee over 10 cents for any sort of transaction. I've been transferring NFTs. I did a little trading. So I haven't ran into anything bad on the gas fee side. I do agree with you though that EVM, Cosmos, it can be a little scary because gas fees can get a little high at times. But so far I've experienced nothing but good on the gas fees. So
it's nice. No more gas fees. Tired of high, expensive gas fees. We all are.
Nobody wants to pay a full tank of gas for one transaction.
No.
Nobody wants to do that.
For one measly NFT? No way.
No
way. All right. Let's move past Say. Great segment. Thank you so much for compiling that all together, Ev.
Yeah, absolutely. So for next up here, we have Nifty Island. Have you heard about Nifty Island yet, Kenton?
I have. I saw some gameplay footage, I think a week or two ago.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
Well, we're going to share it on the show. I know we haven't, like last week, we didn't really have any, original content. It was all kind of just things that we all had been gathering together. So we're going to just dive into Nifty Island. And I kind of want to hear your commentary on it and hear your thoughts. But I'm really excited about this. I think that this is going to bring some excitement to NFT communities that were thought to be once dead, or at least not doing a whole lot. So we're gonna get into that.
Ooh.
Have you checked out their website and like?
No, I honestly haven't.
All right, so first we're gonna watch the cinematic trailer. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yep, I can hear it.
You can hear it and see it?
Mm-hmm. Wow. How did they all get there at the same time?
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. But it's a great cinematic trailer.
It is really good.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm personally really excited about this. I mean, they showcase quite a few different communities in this.
Mm-hmm.
Azuki, Bored Apes, Clone
X. Oh yeah,
X.
here I want to see this. Okay, Clone X, Bored Apes. So you can scroll down. Cyberkongs. Oh, Forgotten Runes, Pudgy Penguins, Cutes. Wow.
And then they're going to show all communities coming soon. But we saw some others in there. So it's going to be pretty hype. I think it's going to rally a lot of communities together. Looks like it's built in Unreal Engine 5, maybe? Unreal Engine 4. But let's look at their roadmap. So Legendary Palms. Wait, so
Oh, wow. Look at the roadmap.
It's pretty fancy. Legendary Palms. I'm assuming that this is their... Oh, wait, no, this is all done. It's all checked off. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that they had been doing this already
Yeah.
for so long. So open beta game launch is coming next. Alpha Marketplace. Launch Marketplace V2. Playground Games V1. Incentive layer. That's going to be interesting. Getting people incentivized to be playing this.
Mm-hmm.
Metaverse farming. Ooh.
Oh.
Relic pistols. Third-party avatars. So any new collection will be able to add their avatars.
Oh.
And then a social web app, which I'm not sure. Man, they have so much on this roadmap. Major Legends NFT drop and play to earn. Wow. They have so much on here. So third-party avatar support, that's already checked off. So they must have already done that. So that's going to be coming probably with the beta game launch. Wow.
So this is all coming out in like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. Maybe we'll be able to get you some open beta gameplay in 2 weeks and 2 shows from now.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just to showcase this.
I mean, it's gonna be incredible. I think there's gonna be so many people talking about it, so many people playing it.
Yeah, I wonder how big of a deal this could become. Depending on how big NFT gamers get into it, might be the answer.
Yeah, because having to own, like, how many Bored Ape holders are really going to genuinely want to play a game, right? There's going to be
a lot of communities.
There are a lot of communities, which is probably part of the reason why they fast tracked the allowance of other communities to get ported in. Allows people to get people with more active gaming communities to participate rather than just the blue chips.
I'm just watching this gameplay right now, and it looks so good. Like, just even really the player view as you're like, not the cinematic, this view, watching the actual player view.
Yeah, like it looks a lot like Fortnite style gameplay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a great comparison. Look at the builder. They were just adding the flowers there on the map.
Yep.
So that means you can probably just build your own little metaverse or whatever.
Yeah, they're having islands, and you're gonna be able to, build and stuff within islands. I mean, this might be a strong competitor to something like Sandbox. I mean, this could be a better fit for the market.
If they play it that way, it totally could be. Yeah.
I mean, allowing people to, not only game, but also like interact with people. I mean, I'm a little, bearish on the term the metaverse, and like I'm a little bearish on some of the things that we thought were once going to be huge. Mm-hmm. But like if they can do it right and create like, FOMO, create an exciting experience for gaming genuinely for a lot of different communities, not just blue chips, I think that this has a huge potential.
We'll see what happens. It's on the 17th. So that's in here. I'm going to look at my calendar right now. Oh, wow. That's going to be on a Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll hopefully be able to provide some live gameplay for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. If we can get involved.
Yeah.
And then where can watchers follow them? Just on X, you think? Just on X is probably the best spot.
Just on X, nifty_island. Here, I'll share.
Thank you.
So, and there's they're doing some marketing campaigns with people to get the word out. I'm sure that they're partnering with a lot of the communities that they have avatars of. So I'm sure that everybody is going to hear about this here within a couple days. Everybody's going to be ready to play. I'd be amazed if they might even like have some issues with their servers. If people are waiting to give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think about how many people were trying to get into the other side not that long ago. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's a fair comparison.
But yeah, that's what I've got today. I hope you guys enjoyed my little tidbits of alpha and whatnot.
Great. We learned a lot about Say. The Nifty Island stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Nifty Island stuff. I think that's going to have a big impact for a lot of investors on the importance of gaming in Web3.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to convince them that this Web3 gaming stuff is real.
Yeah, the Web3 gaming stuff is very real. It just has not seen its moment yet.
No, not
Maybe
yet.
something like this could be that moment for it, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Cinematics look great. Gameplay looks good.
It really does. I don't disagree whatsoever.
We'll see in 2 weeks. See if we can do it in 2 weeks. Ev, you got anything else you wanted to go through?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it for me tonight.
I think we can call it a show.
All right.
It was a good one.
Yes, sir.
Little condensed. We missed Ivan. We'll have him back next week, though.
Yes, we will.
Have him back here in the saddle. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in either on YouTube, Twitch, or X. Appreciate those who commented. We love to throw up comments and interact with the audience. And thank you for being here. Ev, have a great night. And for the rest of you, you too have an excellent evening. Join us tomorrow. You can join us tomorrow for Learn Crypto Radio and the Sarson Funds Morning Market Update, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on X. We will be holding spaces from the U.S. Crypto Academy page. So make sure you check that out. As always, my name is Kenton. And we've got Evan here as well. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, guys. Have a great evening and a great rest of your week.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday and Happy New Year.